Hey, I'm back. This is Chandler for Melda Production, and today I'm going to show you how you can create your own vocal wavetables. So, last time I did a brief video on how you can use the vocoder in MSoundfactory, and by itself that's cool, but you can actually use that to create vocal wavetables. So if you take the output of that and then you re-import it as a wavetable, you can actually use that, which is really cool. So I'll show you how to do it here and try to give you some tips or things that I've been working on that improved it for me. So let me just turn this off, turn the effects off so you can hear this. So this is just a sample of me talking. This is Chandler. What's up? In this one, what else do you want me to say? Okay, so it's just me talking. But let me turn the oscillator on. It's just on a saw wave, I believe. Actually, it's not on a saw wave. What am I doing? There we go. There's a saw wave. And let's turn on the FX here. So we have the EQ. I actually might want to turn this down. I have the dynamics here just so it's not too loud. And then I'm using the morph. You can use the vocoder too, but I like the morph. It sounds a little bit better to me. So let's play it now.
This is Chandler. What's up? In this one.
Okay, so we can hear it and everything's okay, but one problem I noticed when I did this is if you notice the voice going up and down dynamically, there's lots of volume jumps, it doesn't sound as good as a wavetable. So I'm going to move this ratio to about 25 and see if this sounds better.
This is Chandler. What's up? In this one.
Okay, and we can mess around with the format too, but actually before we do that, let's actually change the whitening. So this should make it a little bit clearer.
This is Chandler. This is Chandler.
Yeah, it didn't really have that much of an effect. Okay, and mess the format here. I'll let you hear what this does.
This is Chandler. What's up?
So depending on what you want to do, you might want to move that up or down.
This is Chandler. What's up?
Okay, and then I want to mess with the tone here, just so I can make this a little bit clearer.
This is Chandler. What's up? In this one. What else do you want me to say?
Okay, and then as kind of a last resort, if you look here under spectral settings, what you can do is change these settings. So the buffer size. So the higher you have the buffer size, the more accurate the actual tone will be. But the lower you have the buffer size, the more accurate the transients will be. So let's try moving this down to 512.
This is Chandler. What's up? In this one.
So you can try different ones. I like this 1024.
This is Chandler. What's up? In this one.
Okay. And you can do that, and you might want to put a limiter or something afterwards, just so you can get it a little bit more even. But just make it sound however sounds best to you. I've found that if you try to export it using a low note, and it sounds good, when you import it as a wavetable, it'll only sound good on low notes. Whereas if you do the same thing, I set it up using a higher note like this.
This is Chandler.
And try to make that sound really clear. Then when you play with on high notes, it'll sound good, but if you move down lower, it won't. So let me show you how you can do that.
This is Chandler. This is Chandler. This is Chandler. What's up? In this one. What else do you want me to say?
So then it's more clear on the high end, but the low end, it'll be kind of muddy.
This is Chandler. What's up?
That's actually not too bad, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. So once you have that, just export it, and then we'll re-import it as a wavetable. So I already have this kind of set up here. So I have one. I did just one of these is a preset of just a vowel sound, I believe. Okay, so I have that set up and it's just a vowel sound, so that's okay. I have some other ones. They came out so-so, but actually let's do our own more interesting sounds. So let's take something like that, open Analyze Audio File here under Wavetable. I like to do 256, so that way we're getting lots of wavetables. But you can do fewer if you want. So let's try this. This is Chandler. This is what we had before. Now, zoom out. You see, these are all the things I said before, and I vocoded. So I just exported them and put them in here. And what I'm going to do is just analyze this. I like to find the beginning and the end here, and click Analyze, and it'll change all these tables here. Okay, now if I press a note, it should play, but it might sound a little bit rough. Now there's two ways we can try to clean that up. One is by just moving this and clicking Analyze again, and the other way is by hitting 0 phase and see if this cleans it up a little bit. Nah, it's not so good, so let's move this a little bit forward. Move this a little bit forward. Yeah, those kind of bumps in there, not so good. Let's see, 0 phase. It's not so bad. Move it back a little bit. Try 0 phase. Not perfect, but I can live with that. So I could do that, and I can do the same things with some of the other ones. Let's try something like this. Hear how this sounds? Ooh, that's really rough. Move this over just a little bit. Sometimes it's kind of a game trying to get it look completely smooth. Okay, so you get the idea. And I could do that all day, but I can also just save that here if I like that. Just go into presets and whatever, just go, oh, I'll save this, and you can use it again anytime you want, which is really cool. I can do this with another one. Let's see, vocal morph. I'll show this one what I did. Basically, this one I have something. It says vocal morph, but this one should work well on low notes, hopefully, like this.
This is a vocal morph. This is a vocal morph. This is a vocal morph.
A little bit cleaner. Let's move it a little bit.
This is a vocal morph. This is a vocal morph. This is a vocal morph. This is a vocal morph.
Yeah, move it down.
This is a vocal morph. This is a vocal morph.
But as I move it up, like here, so that middle C is about as, as high as I can go, and it's still intelligible. But if I try the other one, vocal morph high, which I kind of should have done this higher, but you get the idea. If I use this one, it's the exact same thing. I just adjusted the settings when I exported it as a vocoded waves table, and so this one should be clearer in higher notes.
This is a vocal morph. 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 This is a vocal morph.
So you can hear it's middle C.
This is a vocal morph.
It's clearer, and then I can always even go up like one octave higher. So in that high register, it's just a little bit more clear and easier to hear. It's more intelligible, which is what we want. So you can save it, and you could do it, for both if you wanted to. You could save like a low version and a high version. So there's all sorts of things you can do with that. And then after that, we can enable this, and we can get, a bunch of detuned voices like this.
This is a vocal morph. This is a vocal morph. This is a vocal morph. This is a vocal. This is a vocal. This is a vocal. This is a vocal. This is a vocal morph. 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 This is a vocal morph.
So you see what we have there, and I had this just repeating using an LFO, but you could use anything with this. And there's, let's see, I'll show you perhaps one hopefully interesting thing you can do. So let's say I have the O here, and if I take that, I can use instead something like just an envelope. And a cool thing you may not know about the envelopes here is I can move these up and then put a tremolo on them like this. So once they get to the top, they have a tremolo action like this. And move this down here. you get the idea. So that's a maybe easy and hopefully fun way to create your own wavetables. It doesn't take much time. You could obviously make them go backwards or forwards and do all sorts of things. And of course, you can combine them. So instead of just having one wavetable here, I could do like 6 of them in a row. Actually, I could do more than that. I don't even know how many I could do. I could do as many until my computer blows up. But that's one of the cool things about MSoundfactory. There's all sorts of things you can do, things I haven't even thought of yet. But in the future, I'll try to show you some other ways you can use this, and hopefully it'll be interesting and fun. So if you like this one, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't done that, and check out all the other plugins at meldaproduction.com. Until next time, see you.